Oh, no wonder why my shoulder is keep leaning on the left side. How are we tonight? Well, first of all, we pay respect to our pastors and the board and all the law enforcement chief, sheriff, and chief of fire and major and all the law enforcement here been supporting us the whole day today. And thank you everyone for coming out to support this mission in this cold weather. Are you cold? Yes and no. Well, I didn't see that many people when we turned into this church earlier, but now so much people here tonight. So look around us. As Pastor already mentioned it, and then Chief, and then Sheriff already mentioned it. We come from different background and different beliefs. They believe in faith. But we all can gather in here together in front of the church, listening to the Buddhist monk talk. This is something that is very rare in the history of America, right? To be honest with you, after 17 years of ordination to become a monk, these days are the most tremendous days for us, for Buddhist monk. And they are very meaningful and we enjoyed it. Because what are the chances for the Buddhist monk to travel and then sleep inside of the churches? And then we've been sleeping in churches like this, many churches. It means what? It means that all pastors and all venerable monks and all faith and all religions are on the same mission for peace. And not just that, we have all the law enforcement and the state rep and governors and everyone are coming together to support this mission and to support all of us too. Isn't it great? Well, I thought that's not the energy, but okay. Wow. It just changed within a second. Everything changed within a second. Same thing as we changed from laughing and then cry within a second. And then when we cry and then we change it to laughing and smile within a second. That's the nature of human being, right? It shows us that we happy within a minute and then we sad right after that. And this is what we've been facing every day in our life. For how many years? For so many years. Since the day we born, when we got out from the mother's womb, we cry out loud to tell the universe that enough is enough. I have suffered in my mother's womb for 9 months and 10 days. So much suffering in there. Now I want to tell the world that I am free. And I'm ready for a different kind of sufferings. Yeah, that's how it is. And then from that day on, the babies start to learn how to say Baba, Mama, and then learn how to crawl and learn how to stand up and then run and then walk and then everything. All those suffering things happening to the child. And then every day growing up until the day he and she know how to love another female or another male. And then from there, all kind of suffering starts. Why are you laughing? It's so true, right? All kind of suffering starts from there. And then I love you forever, and so on and so on. So much promises. And then heart broke. So many times, one after another. I promise you, I love only you for the rest of my life. But after we cannot walk together anymore, I say that to a different person. And then somehow we marry each other and come home together. Then there we start a different kind of sufferings. And this kind of suffering is much more, it's worse. And now that you have to carry a baby in your womb, tell me it's not suffering. It's a lot of sufferings. Now that you like to run every day, you have to run every day, you have to do this and do that, you like to eat spicy food and everything. Now you have to restrict yourself. You have to walk slowly. Now you have to eat a lot of sour things. Now you cannot you stay away from spicy things and so much thing that you need to worry about because of your baby. Right? And sometimes when you accidentally eat something and the baby doesn't like it, he kicked you. Yes, baby, you did that to your mom. And then when you gave birth to your child, tell me if that moment is joyful. Yes? No, after that, not at that moment. At that moment, you suffer so much, and your children also suffer so much. But right after that, your child cry out loud to tell the universe, I have had enough in my mother's womb. Then from there, you look at him and her, you smile. You smile because he or she is now fine. Your child is fine. That's how you smile, with joy, right? But everything before that is just kind of suffering. Even though you claim it's not, but it is suffering because it's very hurtful, very painful. And so from there, you have to raise that baby just like your mother and your father raised you, since it's the same process, right? The same process. Start over. And now that you know how difficult it is that your mom and your father raised you since you were in the mother's womb. That's the process of a human being, and we keep doing that over and over. And now that you have to worry about your children growing up, who they associate with, right? And to be honest with you, you are the first teachers of them, to tell them, to show them how to say Baba and Mama and Baba, right? But after that, you can't teach them much. But their friends teach them 100%. They learn it all from their friends. So who they associate and who they hang around with, they will become the same people, same personality, similar. The way they act, the way they talk, same thing. So it's affected by friends 100%. Not much from our parents, from your parents, from you. And then from there you suffer more because you cannot tell them, you cannot teach them, and they want to go the way they are. They want to do the things they want to do. And so a lot of time you cry because they don't listen to you. And all those things are sufferings. And then when they suffer, they come back and see you and cry and talk about it. now you suffer too, because seeing your children are suffering. And then what if one day we lost our children because of impermanent? Maybe they ended their life, maybe something wrong, illness, they pass away. Now you suffer much more. How many of us here that just recently lost your loved one within the year of 2025? How about within 3 years? Many. How you feel now? Are you okay now? Are you okay now, or you still struggle with that? Still struggle. You know, this is the nature. This is life. And unfortunately, every single one of us have to go through all this. And the reason why I say all that is because I want to show you why we are suffering so much because of all that alone. Not talking about friendship, not talking about job, materialities and things like that. Just for those alone, we suffer a lot already. And that is the reason why we cannot even have a peaceful day or happy day. Sometimes we have a peaceful day, moment, and it's just easy, very easy to be ruined because of so many factors. So many people triggering us when they say something and we react and then we mess it up. We keep on repeating that over and over. It doesn't matter what belief we have. Suffer is real. And peace is possible for us to have. But it's not based on just praying and then we be at peace. Because how many of us already praying every day? All of us. I pray too. Before I ordained to become a monk, I pray too. My family pray too. Everybody are praying for peace. But it's not coming. Because we are asking something from outside to come to us externally. Peace is not from external. Peace is from within, internal. Peace is something that you can have a moment just to breathe in and breathe out without any kind of sufferings. That is peace. Peace is something that within any condition you still smile. You still be able to smile, you still be able to stay calm. That is peace. In any conditions. Peace with condition, that is not peace. And so peace is always begins from within. In this world, not in that world. In this body, we have our mind staying here to keep us alive. And in that world, we have all kind of sufferings, all kind of happiness, and peace also there with us. It's just that we've been living with all kind of sufferings and forgotten about peace and happiness. We totally forgot about it. It's easy and simple is because we are way too busy chasing the material and chasing the outside world, trying to fulfill our pocket, our stomach, trying to achieve everything in this life for ourselves and our family. We are way too busy doing that and chasing the world where it's spinning so fast right now. Everything is so quick and so fast right now. And we are trying to chase after it. If we are that busy, how can we have a peaceful moment? How can we have a moment to come back within, to see ourselves, to see our breath, to find peace? It's difficult, right? Just driving along. Please tell me, when you're in the car to drive, how many of us are always speeding? Over speed. We always over speed. It's because we are rushing. And we are not mindful when driving either. Why? Because we listening to music. We talk, we text, we watching TV, video, or sometimes even playing game while driving. And that is why it created so much problem on the road. Because you run into accident. We are not that mindful when driving. We cause a lot of accidents. That's, you make yourself suffer and the other people suffer. Just that alone. Now you reflect yourself to see if you are one of that person. We are rushing every day, right? You rush out that door, you forgot your lovers at home. Your lover is your cell phone. And now you have to rush back to your house and then pick up that lover and put in the pocket. And then start to rush out again. Everything just rush. Sometimes you could forget your kid at home. It's okay. You will. You probably say, it's okay, I will pick him up later. But you cannot stand it when you forgot your lovers at home. You have to come back to pick it up right away. That is how attached you are to your lovers. Who is in here that have done that? Don't be shy. You see, we are doing all those things, not necessary things. Then that is why we suffer, because we cannot stay focused. We cannot stay focused. If we can stay focused, it means we do one thing at a time and we pay fully attention to it and we fulfill it. And if you stay focused, you're not going to react and get mad that easy. How many of us here that get mad really easy? When somebody trigger, when somebody throwing lemons at you. A lot? You know what? Instead of react to get mad, just take that and make some lemonade. It can help you because lemonade is vitamin C, right? You need it. What about they throwing bitter melons at you? Well, bitter melons is diabetes medicine. It can cure diabetes. So cook it and consume it. It helps you. If they throw in rock at you, what will you do? Collect it because your garden needs some rock. How many of you have a gardens at home? A flower bed? How many of those flower beds is still a flower beds now? Or is already turned into a grassy area and all kind of weeds? How many of you picking weed when you see those weed popping up in your garden? Right away. For most of us, when we prepare a flower bed, a garden, we dig the soil up, and then we prepare everything and put some flowers down there, and then one day you see a weed popping up. You probably say, it's okay, it's still a baby, I'll take care of it later. And then you waited and waited for a week. That weed is kind of rooted down, and then another week it's gonna pop up another one, and those root is just spread everywhere now. And now that if you want, you cannot stand those weed anymore. Now you have to remove it. Can you pick it up with your hands now? You cannot, because it's rooted down there deep into the earth. Now you have to go to Home Depot and Lowe's to get some shovel and things like that. And sometimes you have to use a weed killer chemical, right? Waste of money. And so when you do that, when you buy some shovel and things like that, you have to dig it up. Try to dig it up. That's his effort. And the root is still there. If you cannot clean it real well, the root's still there. It will continue growing. If you're not cleaning it, if you're not picking all those weed and roots up, it will spread and invaded your whole garden. Right? All those just like your mind. In our mind, if you see any kind of problem popping up, any unwisdom, any unwholesome things, unwholesome thoughts popping up in your head, if you're not mindful to stop right there, it will come into verbal and action. It will come out with your speech and action. And you commit it into unwholesome things. Each and every time when the mind is popping up with different kind of thought, if you're not mindful to see it, to observe it, to acknowledge it, then you have to live with all those every single day. It means that you are not cleaning. It means that you are not picking up all those weeds. Those weeds are those bad thoughts. Those bad thoughts is always with us. And the mind, the silly things in this world is our mind. It's always, when it's free, when this mind is empty, is always picking up all the bad things to think over and over and over. And so if one thing happened in your life, if you're not able to purify it right away, if you're not be able to clean it right away, then it's recorded deep into that mind and waited for their chance to pop up. And then when all those things popping up at once, one after another, you are overwhelmed with thoughts, and then you become anxiety, stress, depression. And this is what we've been going through for years, for decades. How much more energy and how much more time we have in this world to go through all that again? We don't have much time left. The pandemic had killed so many people. We are so grateful that we still survive. Is that right? Is that finished with the disaster or still to come? There's still to come a lot more, and it's going to be stronger. It's not going to be weaker. It will be a lot more and stronger every single time. It's because we've been spreaded all hate, all kind of hate and anger and delusion and greedy into that universe. All beings, all human beings in this earth have been spreading all that to the universe. You okay? Can somebody help her, please?